Josiah, we'll start with you. Like I said, actor, writer, director, whatever, sound man, grip boy, whatever you want to call it. Tell us about this latest movie, man. Give me the title again.
Charlotte Star and the Hunt for the Obsidian Egg. It's really like a female Indiana Jones, a take on a female, not the Tomb Raider,
okay,
but like the physical Indiana Jones female. I play her sidekick, you know. Only I'm just not as intelligent as she is, but you know, I look better. I think I look a little better.
Think so?
Talk your shit. Talk your shit.
Yeah, that's about all I got on her, cause she bad as hell. No, it's really a movie that I wrote because the lady that I produced it with, co-produced, she's, totally amazing, man. She gave me the confidence to even write the movie. We sat down, we talked. She told me some things about her, and after we worked together forever, you know, and so knowing what I knew about her, I coupled that with what she basically told me, the skills that she had and what we could do. And when the script turned out, she was thoroughly impressed, and I thought it was good, but
How much did you write? You write a lot of stuff?
everything. I'm the man.
All of it.
Everything.
You Spike
Every
Lee.
period.
You Spike Lee.
Every exclamation point, everything. So when she told me that, her first text message to me was wow. WOW exclamation point, like 3 or 4 of them. And so when she said that, like it immediately motivated me to getting started on the next session. So I don't want to give too much away, but it's a love story that's wrapped up in a spy story, that's wrapped up in etherical numbers.
Who's in love? You and the young lady?
And the lead, yes.
I always, so we got one of them? We got one of them scenes?
No, that will not be one of those.
Oh, come on now. You know I'm waiting to ask you to tell me about the love scene.
Well, I can tell you that that's one of the most uncomfortable moments in the movie. People think that it's easy, but love scenes are really hard. And I think that's why a lot of times people that do those scenes, they end up having sex and falling for each other because you can't fake
it, right?
You can't fake that affection.
Don't go ahead and let Nick get some of that, man. I can't. If you want to do it the right way.
Yeah.
You know.
Hey.
If you want to be real true blue actors, baby.
Hey, if you're trying to pimp your way in while you rubbing your nipples, you could probably hit it with that.
I'm a method actor. You know what I mean? I gotta commit to the role.
No doubt.
That's another one right
I'm a real thespian.
I've used that one before. Hey, and I could be a lesbian too, not just a thespian. I like women.
We can do that. And as you see, my man to Josiah's right is Xavier Shakur. Interesting young fella, comedian / activist, and a staunch promoter of the All African People's Reparation Party. Revolutionary Party. Damn it.
Yeah.
All I had. But one of his main talking points is reparations. Let's get this money. Being in comedy and an activist in Lawton, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
How are you even making that shit happen? Where does the comedy come from growing up in Lawton, Oklahoma?
I think Lawton is one of those places where it's like it's so boring that you have to have a good imagination.
You gotta have something.
You know what I mean? I think Lawton produces the funniest people, if you ask me.
Really?
Oh yeah. The bus rides when everybody, yeah.
What is Lawton's thought of the city, Oklahoma City? Is it like I'm going to the city this weekend?
Yeah, for sure.
Going to the city
As
this
a
weekend,
kid, it was
y'all.
an excursion. Nigga, I'm
Right.
going to the zoo. We ain't got no zoo. You know?
Right.
You do, you just don't know it's a suit.
Hey.
Damn. But comedy and activism, and you're a young black man.
Right.
I guess, listen, the way comedy is going right now, right? it's better for you to bring up real topics. Better have some real, true blue, factual, opinionated stuff going on that people can relate to, not just being up there goofy, telling knock-knock jokes.
Yeah.
Is that tough, or does that make it easier being in the comedy world, having that attachment to being an activist, being a part of the community?
I've been a comedian longer than an activist, so I've been doing comedy for 8 years. I just got into activism in the last year, but it was definitely points where I was just saying shit that was funny. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just because so I think it's just part of the growing. You know what I mean? Like
You doing? I guess you're doing less of that now. The older you get, the more you get involved with activism. I'm sure it's a change your comedy a little bit.
oh yeah, most definitely.
You mind if I ask how old you are?
26.
Young man, on the right side of things.
Right after
Right.
the horrible side. You just made 25. 25 is when shit changed.
All praise to do that.
You're on the way up.
You got I see the shirt you got on, All African People's Revolutionary Party. Before we started, you were showing us that historical footage I've seen a million times of Tupac performing at one of these rallies back in the day. 91, 92?
91.
Something like that. But also being a part of Lawton, Oklahoma, is it tough? Say you're doing a comedy set, you bring up some activism, African people stuff. You get some funny looks from the crowd and all that, like, oh, here he goes with this. One of these guys.
I've by the time I started doing the activism, I had already learned enough about telling jokes to where I could get away with it. Like I could sneak a reparations joke in there.
You found the formula. Huh? Now, do they get them, or do you get crickets?
Well, as you grow as a
Depends on
comedian,
the crowd, I guess, huh?
period.
Yeah.
Because as you grow, you'll see that some of the jokes that you could tell in a certain area, people will not respond to. So some nights you bomb, but it's still a win. You know what I'm saying? And I know as a young comedian, it's hard to realize that because some nights you be killing and you like, ooh, finna get the millions that be here tomorrow. And
That's
then
nice
you go to
call
St.
tomorrow,
And then you go to St. Louis.
Ain't nothing cracking.
Boy.
Ain't none of this shit funny. How many bombs? How many? Count on your hand, 2 hands. How many bombs? How many bomb nights?
It depends on what you count as a bomb. Cause I don't think I've had a night where I didn't get one laugh, but I've had a lot of nights where I only got one laugh. You know what I mean? So,
Have you had a night where it's like, who is this nigga? Boo! Like straight up, like throwing cabbage at this nigga. Hey, you
Lord.
hear that?
in Lawton one time. Yeah,
Really?
for sure. I quit for 2 years because of that. I swear to God.
Hey, dude, it's a good thing you ain't never been to St. Louis.
No.
That's why I mentioned St. Louis. I had a girl sitting in the crowd like this. I mean, she had breasts like this too, so you can imagine how hard it was
Yeah.
for her to compress her arms and all of her weight to this. Bro, she raised her hand and I kind of looked around like, damn, I'm gonna have to acknowledge it. I said, yes, ma'am. I said, you don't have to raise your hand. She said, well, I thought you said you was a comedian. I was like, well, yeah, I'm on stage. And she said, well, when you gonna start telling some jokes?
She wanted real answers.
They be trying to fry your ass.
Or she worked me. I mean, in St. Louis, they sit there and they dare you to tell a funny joke. And it's, like you said, it's relative to where you at.
Whatever you say.